as you walk through the valley of the shadow of hell, you will realize that there is something ahead. Something that lurks behind the dark veil. A veil that is beyond our own comprehension. Beyond the void.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to
Beyond the Void.
Horror Podcast!
Woo! Hey, guys, we're back for a brand new week, and we're in our brand new studio. It's fucking nice, isn't it? You like it, Brittany?
I hate it.
Brittany's got her own little corner, like, don't put baby in the corner.
Yeah, well, they did. I'm in the corner.
But yeah, we got a whole new studio, new computer and everything. So we're going to be trying to do some new stuff with the new computer and everything. Try to do some live streams of possible GravePlots, which is coincidentally what we're going to be doing today. So we don't know the name of this episode, by the way, guys. So once we figure it out, we're going to be pulling from the cup to see what it is this week, and you'll find all about it. So how are things going with you, Brittany?
Things are good. It's good. I haven't done anything interesting.
Yeah?
Unfortunately.
Nothing?
No, I've been super boring this week. It's been nice.
You're supposed to vicariously live for me.
I know. Well, it's this weekend. We'll report back next week.
Yeah, you better have something interesting.
I have too much shit going on this weekend. I don't even know. I'm not going to be able to,
What are you going to be doing?
Too much.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, I haven't decided what I'm doing tomorrow. I kind of want to go to Cupcake because it's my birthday month. So it'd be my birthday cupcake, but it's
Wait, birthday month?
Yeah.
Wait, when is your birthday?
The 20th.
This month?
Yep.
Oh, so you're in a couple of, not too long.
Shitty Tuesday.
Yeah. When you say birthday month, so you celebrate the whole month long, is what you're saying?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I've heard of people doing
well,
that.
Duh, yeah, I mean, I put a crown on.
I was like, I wish I
March
had that
1st,
much.
I'm like, crown on. March 31st, I still keep it on, but no one cares anymore.
I was like, you got that many people that will help you celebrate it. That's pretty badass, dude.
No, I don't.
It's like, I get one day.
Well, why I say birthday month is because, if your birthday's in the month of...
Right. No, I know what you mean.
for-
I thought you meant for the whole month, though.
Well, I
yeah.
do celebrate for the whole month, because why not?
Yeah, because
I'm
fuck
important.
it. Yeah.
It's until I turn 30, and then I don't celebrate birthdays anymore. So
What?
I might as
What are you
well.
talking about?
I'm not aging past 30.
So wait, you're not even going to celebrate your 30th birthday?
Fuck yeah, I'm celebrating
I
my
was gonna
dirty 30.
say.
All I'm saying is I'm not having any more birthdays after that. I'm not going to get another day older after I turn 30. I'm going to stay the same age.
You're still going to celebrate
I'm
them,
canceling birthdays. No. I'm canceling birthdays after 30
That's ridiculous.
until I turn 50, and then
That's
I'll have a
fucking
birthday
ridiculous.
again. When I'm 50, I'll have a birthday again.
Dude, that's very sad. No, I was very happy about my 30th birthday.
I'm
that was
excited
probably
about
one
it
of
too,
my
'cause
most excited birthdays.
Then I'm going to stay 30 until I turn 50.
Ooh.
So then anytime someone asks me how old I am 10 years after I turn 30, I'm going to say 30.
So your 30th starts the 2-decade-long 30th birthday.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha. That's pretty good.
Right?
I like that.
I'm a genius.
I haven't been doing too much except everything. I've cleaned and gutted out this entire room. I've constructed since you left, I just spent nothing but time on this room. And it feels pretty nice in here. I'm pretty excited and happy about it. I feel like this isn't going to help me to not want to leave the house. It's going to make it worse.
Yeah.
So
It is.
it's nice in here. We're going to upholster your chair we talked about. Ooh.
I'm so excited.
Dude, I know it's not, it's just nice.
I get a fancy chair.
I can't believe my studio is like this,
I just
I
want to
can
have
walk
sex
in
with
here.
these curtains. I want to
They're
rub
pretty
my
nice, right?
genitalia all over them.
Oh my God.
Snail trail up and down.
Jesus, no, I just got these. Christina made them. Jesus Christ.
It's gross.
Other than that, what else? I watched a couple of things. I watched that movie called Like Me. It's like a real art house film about a girl who videotapes people to make them do fucked up things for
Neat.
people to like her. And it's kind of like a look at, I would assume, the millennial edition. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that all millennials are that way. I'm just saying that that's essentially what they're leaning towards because of the world that we live in online now. And it's actually pretty visceral and pretty artistic as fuck. I actually really enjoyed it. It doesn't really answer a lot of questions by the end. It's just kind of one of those, I went on a ride.
I went on a ride and I enjoyed it.
It's just weird. Like, there's like one scene in the movie where she's like just filming this homeless man. And then she's like, you want to go have pancakes with me? Because he's like, stop filming me. and then she's like, I'll stop filming if you have pancakes with me. And then he goes, and then she's like, can we talk? And he was like, can we talk after I eat?
Well, it's pancakes,
Yeah,
bitch.
like he's just like, and you just watch them eating food like for like 5 or 10 minutes. And it's like this like close-up shots of everything. And it's really artistic. I thought it was a pretty decent film. It's not for everybody, for sure. But yeah, there's going to be other stuff that we're going to be doing here with the new studio and stuff. Hopefully have some live streams with guests over and stuff. We're going to have to try to figure out how to plan that out. Some people will be on the computer and talking to us. And I'm also going to have to hook up like 90 fucking microphone or headphones and shit. So it's like, it's going to take a while. But it's in the fucking process, okay? But,
Okay.
Okay? But yeah, we're gonna be actually doing our GravePlots today, but I think it might be that time.
For what?
Oh shit!
Nothing.
Oh yeah, we're not actually doing.
I was like, for what? I was so
shots.
confused.
I was trying to throw them off, and you got confused in the process. We even talked about this, Brittany.
No, you didn't.
Guys, I think maybe I started to.
You
when we
started
finished,
to, and then you didn't finish the story.
So, guys, this week is going to be the only week that we've never done a horror shot. We're actually, the only reason that we're not doing a horror shot is because typically we do a horror shot dedicated to one of the movies that we do, and we don't have a movie this week. So, we're just going to go and drink. I'm drinking Tullamore Dew whiskey, Irish whiskey, triple distilled, and Brittany is drinking one of my weird combinations that I made up while she was gone. What are you drinking, Brittany?
Honey whiskey, amaretto, and coconut seltzer water.
Ah.
It's good.
Yeah, it sounds
Fizzy.
good too. Like it's not like some fucking mix that you're like, "Oh, why milk and whiskey?"
Does it sound good?
Yeah. That's her jingle bell.
Sounds delicious.
What we're going to do now, we're actually going to jump into our fucking news segment, and we're going to talk about a few things that we found. There's a couple of big things that we can go over, so buckle the fuck up and get ready for the
Fucking news! Here is the fucking news!
All right, guys, so we're back for the news. The news. So it looks like James Gunn says that he's got a new movie that he's going to be doing, and he's going to be dipping his toe back in, well, probably his whole leg
Dipping
and
his
arm
dick.
and everything else. He's just going to dip himself in there. But he's going to be doing horror. And he says it's quote unquote perfectly suited for our times.
What does that
So
even mean?
I don't know. Like, I wonder if he's trying to do some sort of a social, political.
That's my thoughts. Like,
You know what I mean?
fit
Like,
for our
that's the. Not,
times.
yeah. It seems like, right?
So social media or politics, or together.
Something, yeah. But he says he's going to reunite with his star of Slither, which is Elizabeth Banks. He said many.
like her.
Yeah, I know. Many of you know Elizabeth Banks. This is what he said. This is what James Gunn said. Many of you know Elizabeth Banks has been one of my close friends ever since she starred in my directorial debut, Slither. What most of you don't know is what we have tried repeatedly to team up again since that time. Or more accurately, I have tried to get her to do something in almost every movie I've made since then. But the project was never exactly right for her. But a year ago, my brother Brian, my cousin Mark, and director David Yarovsky producer Simon Hatt and I started coming up with an idea for a horror film that excited me in a way nothing outside of Guardians has in years. It was personal and different and perfectly suited for our times. And yes, terrifying.
Whoa.
After my friends over at H Collective agreed to partner up with us, I knew finally I had the right project for Elizabeth. I cannot wait to tell you guys more about it, but we're going to keep the specifics on the DL for the time being, but I will tell you, we start shooting in less than a month.
Neat.
So this was apparently, it says Brian and Mark Gunn wrote the script being directed by David Yarovsky. So The Hive, he did the movie The Hive, which I own. Which was good, like, halfway through. It was cool. I don't know. Like, I like it. I own it. But I was expecting so much more from it, I think, unfortunately. But so I'm excited, though, that he's going to be doing horror again.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going to be a different spin, though, than normal.
I'm sure.
So I'm kind of curious as to what the fuck he's talking about.
You gotta try and find something that's different at this point in order to keep people interested.
Right. Well, when you got, like, Get Out, like, making the Oscars and shit like that.
Well, yeah, and look at Shape of Water. Fucking dominated.
You know what? These are very fringe movies as far as the horror genre, in my opinion. I'm not saying that they're not. Like, I'll defend that they are. I can defend it for and against almost equally. So it is.
Well, I don't care. It's back in the mainstream and fucking making a name for itself as it should and getting awards as it should.
Right,
so.
and I'm fine with it. I don't mind it at all. My thing is I think that the horror community just wants anything in the Oscars because they want to get the credit that it deserves. And
right.
And it does deserve
That's fair.
I think so, too. But in other news, it looks like Ash vs. Evil Dead's ratings are plummeting, which is what they say on Bloody Disgusting. Hyperbole. It's a little too much. I don't know. I mean, first of all, everybody's like bailing out on Stars to begin with.
Right.
And because they are going to be taken off this entire ISP. So, yeah. All series are going to start to die off like that. Plus, it's already known that most people don't want to subscribe to Stars for their whole fucking thing. Yeah.
Well, it's like people will literally wait until a whole season's out. This is what I do. Just wait until a whole season's out and then pay.
Well, and
then go watch it.
And I mean, they have been doing advertising for it, mostly on social media. Mm-hmm. But to kind of get into, it says here that, and this is kind of shitty, but episode 1 had 225,000 viewers. Episode 2, 171,000.
Jesus.
So it dropped significantly by over 50.
It's a big drop.
50,000 people stopped watching it.
But they're talking about like people that tune in at that moment, right?
I guess.
No one fucking watches a show the moment it airs anymore.
I don't know how they calculate these things, but the website TV series Finale has been keeping track of it, and they have the season 3 viewership ratings. So that's what they reported on in the first 2 episodes. It says, of course, these numbers don't mean much until we compare them to the show's past numbers to bring some necessary context to all of this. Season 3, 2 episodes thus far have been the show's lowest rated of all time.
So why bring it up if you haven't done the whole entire comparison yet?
I don't know,
fucking
but
stupid.
They're also trying to pair it up against The Walking Dead.
No, that's dumb. Stop doing that.
You know what I mean?
The Walking Dead has reached like every fucking type of audience possible. All kinds of fucking people watch that shit. Like Ash vs. Evil Dead is kind of just geared to horror junkies and people who watch a lot of fucking horror movies. It's not as like common conversation as The Walking Dead is. Like people that work in a fucking office, or fucking lawyers and shit like that watch The Walking Dead, but you're like, you watch Ash vs. Evil Dead, and what the fuck is that?
Well,
it's different.
It's weird because
completely different.
I was reading some of the comments of like people who've written like about that, and I was reading in some of the Bloody Disgusting comments about it, and like on Facebook, and there was a lot of people that were like, I just don't get the whole Ash character. Like, I mean, I understand that that's his character, but I just don't like him. He's sleazy and dirty, and I just don't like him. And it's like...
okay, because no one in The Walking Dead is sleazy and dirty.
Fuck yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
all the characters are sleazy and dirty.
But you know what? Maybe they don't like that either.
That's
I
true.
I don't know what their background is, but my point is that there's also been some news about it, and that Ash Bruce Campbell had an interview, and he was talking about how if the show doesn't do well, they're going to think about doing another movie. Well, that just like fired up all the fans. Oh, another movie, another movie, another movie, another movie. I'm like, do you realize that we're getting, yes, I want another movie. Of course I do. But in the same respect, do I really need to have like fucking 1 hour and a half fucking movie versus an entire season of fucking content? I really don't think that the TV show's that bad. I know that I defend it all the time.
I like it.
And I just don't understand why. I don't know. I just don't
I feel
get
like
it.
anyone who makes a comment like they don't understand the Ash character, like, did you watch Evil Dead?
I know that weirded me out. I was
That's
like,
always been
I just wanted to go up and slap him.
Yeah, that's always him. Like, that's who he's always been from start to finish. So,
and all the people that are writing it are all the people that would fucking write it to begin with.
Yeah.
So
It's
I
just
don't really
stupid.
understand.
The
Like,
comments are dumb.
you think that the comedy is going to change? It's going to be the same fucking thing.
It's the same thing. And even if they do a fucking movie, it's going to be the exact same fucking thing. So,
Yeah.
big whoop.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Ash versus Evil Dead? And if you say no, I'll be cool with it. But do you think it should survive or not? I personally, I haven't even seen any of the episodes from the new thing because I refuse to pay. I would rather just wait to watch them all back to back.
Exactly.
And just like buy the whole fucking season for it.
Because that's what all people who work really hard for their money, that's what they do.
Well, I don't know.
I don't have the luxury of paying $20 a month for a subscription to watch one show that I watch. Like, I'm going to wait till the season's done, pay $20 once, and then go watch it, and then be done.
Dude, the show is really creative, like, in a lot of ways, like, more than I ever expected. Yeah, it's a little over-the-top humor. But
But it's funny. I enjoy it.
If you look at the progression of Evil Dead, and you watch it from the very first thing that they ever conceived, like, within the woods, or whatever the fuck, you know, Evil Dead 0, all the way up to Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and then the new one, which is a remake, which I don't really count as like canon. You know what I mean? It's like
dope.
It's like its own. No, I'm not trying to.
No, I know what you're saying.
I'm just saying it's not a part of that same universe.
No,
they could bring it together, but if you look at the progression, it got sillier and sillier as it went on.
Yeah,
Army of Darkness is silly as fuck, guys.
Until they did the remake, the most recent one, and then it's just serious.
Yeah,
It has like a couple silly moments, but yeah, so I can see what you're saying. It's not necessarily in the same. It's the same franchise, but it's still completely different.
This is where it was headed, guys. That's the way I see it. The TV show is where it is headed. I think that the movie would be very similar.
It's gonna be the same thing, just condensed to an hour and a half.
Well, it may be different now, but let's say that the show never happened.
Right.
This is what you would have gotten in a fucking movie.
I agree.
So I just don't understand where people's mindsets are. You're not wrong for feeling the way you do. It's just I'm a little irritated by it.
No, yeah, I feel you.
Anyway, I don't want to harp on that, but if you guys want, there is a petition going on still for it, and you can sign it up. The best way to help support it is by watching it or leaving it running in the background on your Netflix. Watch season 1 and 2 and just leave it running. The more views that they get, then Netflix might pick it up as a series and then put it on the thing. And I think personally that's where it belongs. And I've seen a lot of people say, Netflix, pick it up. Like, pick it the fuck up.
Well, there's so many different Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime does series streaming too, or does their own series.
Right.
Pick those things. Like, those are better platforms than fucking Stars.
Yeah, it just seems weird.
Or HBO, or like whatever the fuck, like all this other Cinemax. Like, I don't understand why those things are still in existence when there's all these other streaming platforms that I feel like are better suited for it.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a wider audience because people don't want to fucking pay $15 to $20 a month for something.
No.
Like, it's hard enough to pay $8 for Netflix.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, it's actually going to be more. It's going to be like 13, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I don't pay for my Netflix. Shout out to Alex. Thanks, Alex. Not you, but my girlfriend, Alex. I use her account. I always have. She lived with us for a little while, and she lets us use her Netflix.
Also, in other news, we have a new trailer for a movie that's not exactly horror, but it's called Low Life, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I thought we should bring it up here because I think some of you guys would also enjoy it. It's a crime comedy called Low Life, and it looks fucking amazing. It's coming out April 6th, and apparently was in the festivals last year, so it already has been released, but it's not out to the general public until April 6th. So, Brittany, what did you think of the trailer?
It looks funny.
Yeah.
I like it. It's very Quentin Tarantino-esque. in my opinion. So
I think of Quentin Depew. He's the guy that did the Wrong movie.
Yeah.
Dupree. I don't know how to say his name.
Depew.
I don't know. But he's the guy that did the Rubber movie. He did Wrong. He also did another movie called Reality that I didn't even know was out. And I need to watch that now, too. I wasn't a huge fan of Wrong, but it was still kind of weird and fun in the same respect. So it's also got the Reality movie's got that guy from Gremlins 2, the guy at the top of the tower.
Neat.
But yeah, guys, check out the trailer for Low Life and see if you're interested in that. I'll put a link in the description below.
Looks entertaining as fuck.
I think it's going to be funny. There's a guy with a fucking swastika tattoo on his face, like literally over his entire face.
Ridiculous.
And
You don't know my struggle.
yeah, she's like, you're fucking Nazi. And he's like, not cool, lady. Don't call me a Nazi. You don't know my struggle. It just looks fun. It's hard to describe. I would definitely check it out. If you enjoyed Rubber and the weirdness that was, it feels somewhere in that same vein a little bit.
There's also a Lucha Libre wrestler in it. So.
Yeah, it looks badass. The Lucha Libre guy.
Who just speaks Spanish. Like, I'm so into it.
Yeah. And he's buff as fuck.
Mainly just for that guy, because he's funny.
Also in the news, obviously you guys may have already heard about this because you might have already gone to see it this past week. The Strangers Pray at Night hit theaters this past week.
I did.
Yeah, so I mean, I know a lot of people are excited for it. I still need to see Annihilation. I still need to see, like, Alex Garland's movie Annihilation. Looks cool. I've heard good things about it from people I trust. So a lot of people are saying the new one, the new Strangers, the sequel, is pretty good. I haven't really delved deep into it because I don't want any spoilers.
Yeah, it looks cool. Like, the trailer's really solid.
They say it's super fucking brutal.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Like, the original is. Like, the first one or whatever. Like, pretty fucked up.
Oh yeah. Well, so hopefully it's not too brutal because then people are going to go out and start murdering everybody just by watching it.
Oh, yeah, no, because that's what makes murderers.
Dude. I've been in the news lately, guys. They've been talking about fucking video games are being violent,
they're
too
back on
violent. They're back on that fucking bullshit. And now, you know what that's going to lead to, guys? It's going to lead directly to horror movies. Whether or not anything really actually comes of this, probably not. For God's sake, please no.
Been an argument for several decades.
It always goes that way when they're trying to fucking win an argument over some dumb shit.
Right.
In other news, we do have some a new movie by the Martyrs director is coming out called Ghostland, and it's a story that follows a mother of two who inherit a home from her aunt. On the first night in the new home, she's confronted with the murderous intruders and fights for her daughter's lives. 16 years later, when the daughters reunite at the house, and that is when things get really strange. That's the synopsis for it. But one of the actresses from the movie is now suing the producers over the one of her on-set face injuries that she had. Apparently, she was supposed to bang her head on this window.
From this movie?
In this movie.
Okay.
Taylor Hickson, she said
to be breakaway glass and it wasn't, or what?
Well, I'll explain it to you. Taylor Hickson says she was filming an emotionally charged scene in December of 2016, and that required her to pound on a glass door. After being directed to pound harder, she claims she asked both the producer and the director if it was safe, and she was assured that it was. During one take, the door shattered, and Hickson's head and upper body went through the glass. According to the complaint filed March 1st in Winnipeg, says as a result of the incident, the plaintiff badly cut the left side of her face, states the lawsuit. She was rushed to the hospital and received approximately 70 stitches.
Jesus.
She has since undergone treatment, including laser treatment, silicone treatment, but over 1 year post-incident has been left with permanent scarring on the left side of her face. The quote-unquote injury, it is unknown at this time if any further treatment, including plastic surgery, would reduce the visual appearance of the injury. Hickson claims that it is an industry protocol that in such a scene, either safety glass would have been used or a stunt double would have done it. And the producers failed to ensure her safety on set. So she's going to be suing for that. I would assume that she'll probably win.
Yeah, I would too if I were her. Sorry.
I mean, fuck,
I'd
70 stitches on her face. The
I'd
blood.
sue. It's your moneymaker when you're an actress.
She's an actress, dude. Like her
the
whole
fuck?
existence is basically based on fucking her looks.
Yeah.
So it sucks to hear that it's with that, though. You know what I mean? Because that certainly doesn't help the film.
It fucking sucks.
Or maybe it makes people want to watch
But
it more. Who knows?
I guess at least it's not a sexual assault
Right?
or something going on.
I'm sure it'll draw some attention in the same crowd, though. You know what I mean? Because they had that whole Uma Thurman thing where she wrecked the car. You didn't hear about that? So in the movie Kill Bill 2,
oh, yeah.
or
no, I know
one
what
of the
you're talking
scenes, she was driving down the street and he's like, "Oh yeah, just go straight, you know. It rides like a dream, you know." And they wanted her to drive, and then she wrecked and like hurt herself really bad.
about. Why would you wreck going straight?
She wasn't going straight; the car slid.
Oh, shit.
That's the
scary.
point. Yeah. But in other news, I mean, we started to talk about it a little bit. The Oscars yielded a winner, a couple of winners, obviously, but some in our genre, the horror genre, of course. Get Out won Best Original Screenplay. Peele became the first black writer to win in his category, which is pretty awesome. He didn't get as many awards as I
people
thought he was going to get.
Yeah, but did they even air his winning of that award?
I didn't watch.
I had thought I could have. I didn't watch either, but I could have sworn I read somewhere that
It ran long.
it didn't. They didn't air that part, but I could be wrong. Like, don't quote me on that. But
Yeah, they were like talking about like people who talk too long, thanking too many people, and that whoever talked the least would win a free jet ski, like a
are you
$20,000.
serious?
Yeah,
I get up there and be like,
yo,
I wouldn't say shit. Just,
peace to God.
Bye.
Go fuck yourselves. I'm out.
just get up there, flip everybody off, and leave. Bye. Like, thanks. I want a jet ski. It's fucking
Yeah, but
perfect.
these people have money, you know, like they
Already have 100
Yeah,
jet
they
skis.
could probably be like, buy
But they could get a jet ski for an impoverished person, a.k.a. me, win this jet ski and gift it to me, Guillermo del Toro. Thank you.
Speaking of
I
which,
am in need.
The Shape of Water won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Score composed by Alexander Desplat, and Best Production Design.
I'm so excited for this because it's so well deserved. Like,
I didn't see it.
you can buy it on Amazon right now for like $15, and I'm going to buy it. But everything I've heard from this movie is it's his best work since Pan's Labyrinth, and I am so excited about it, and it looks so beautiful. All the clips I've seen from it, I am so stoked.
Again, I don't have any issue with these movies winning. I haven't seen The Shape of Water. I did see Get Out, obviously, and I enjoyed it. I've watched it like 2 or 3 times since it came out. You know, once in a theater, once at home, and I think I watched it another time with Christina.
Mm-hmm.
But I really enjoy the movie, and it's not just because, you know, all the fucking assholes out there that say that you only like something for whatever
Popular
reason. Yeah,
shit.
like, they're like, it's not even scary. Like, that's just because that's your definition of horror. I'll defend it in that
Right.
regards, but
And
in the same respect, I understand that it's more of a thriller. But there is a lot of movies that we've covered that I consider to be horror because of how it makes me feel.
Exactly, and that is what we've talked about this 100 times, and we're going to continue talking about it 100 more times. I already know, but
Right.
horror is what it means to you. You make the definition of what is horror. If plain and simple, each
Right.
individual person. So I might say that something that I watch isn't a horror movie, but you might feel that it is to you.
Right.
So that's fine. That's the beauty of this fucking genre, is it speaks differently to so many different people in so many different ways, and that's exactly what you want.
Guys, by the way, this is a very similar conversation in the music industry as well.
Yes.
People fucking bitch and whine about what fucking fits into the genre of industrial or goth. Is it really industrial? It's not old enough to be industrial. There's a new term for it. And it's like
Whatever happened to just metal is all metal. Why does it all have to have subgenres?
because then everybody belongs to a different group. Everybody wants to belong to a group.
it's fucking stupid.
I
Just
don't
be
know why,
You.
yeah.
Be a fucking individual.
Well, just enjoy whatever
that's all
you
that
can is the
matters.
way I see it. I have no problem with people that are upset about the different genres
Yeah.
and stuff, but
I don't know,
it's not an argument that I want to have.
I fucking hate being stereotyped. Like, I hate being put into a box and everybody looks at me and is like, oh, she's a goth chick. I'm like, do you know how much fucking metal I listen to? Do you know how much rap I listen to? Like, do you know how much random bullshit that I like? That doesn't mean shit. It's so fucking
I think what
stupid.
it is that people like some people say that horror is scary. Then that means that anything that doesn't scare you is not horror. That makes no sense.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't you can't just label something as scary because one thing that might be scary to you might not be scary to another person. So that
Right.
doesn't mean that it's not horror.
And maybe 1 out of every 50 horror movies I watch actually scares me.
Yeah,
So does
no,
that
I'm
mean
just
every
saying.
other horror movie I watch?
There's very
isn't
few
horror?
that scare me,
Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre never scared me.
but you love it and
But
it's
that's
horror.
my favorite fucking franchise, period.
That's ugly human
And
horror.
that is fucking horror. Like,
Right.
that shit happens. People are
Right.
fucking crazy. Like, it happens. People make masks and bodysuits out of other people's skin. Like, that is fucking realistic. That shit happens. Ed Gein was a real fucking person.
Right.
Like, I don't know. That kind of shit drives me nuts. I love our listeners. You guys are great.
No, but, I don't get that
hate
obsessed
people
about it.
Trying
Like,
to pit people into different categories or pit people into certain things. Like, and same goes with horror. Like, the horror genre. They're like, we've done so many movies where a lot of people are like, that's not fucking horror.
right. Well, and you know what? Everybody has their right to have their opinion.
Like-
I have no issue with that.
Well, then what fucking genre would it be?
Here's my thing, guys. I love horror so much that I don't care what genre it falls into.
Mm-hmm.
I like all kinds of horror. I don't like just a particular subgenre of horror. I like horror.
Right.
And I like anything that makes me feel something, regardless if it's horror or not.
I like it all.
Yeah. So
Fucking
I mean,
weird. It's horror.
yeah, like I'm all about it. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that these movies fall into the horror category or not? You know what? There's going to be the shape of something in the porn spoof parody.
Oh fuck! I can't wait.
you
Did you see the fucking?
You know
did
that
you see
there's
the
gonna
Amazon
be...
review? There's a legit fucking review that somebody left that they're pissed because there's no fish dick.
Wait,
And it's the funniest fucking thing
Wait,
I've ever
what?
read. And they're pissed because there's no fish dick in the shape of water. They're mad because you don't see the fucking creature's dick. Shit's so funny.
but yeah, guys. So what we'll do is we'll try to find the link for that and put it in the information of the web on our website for the episode, so you can check it out for yourself. And I'll try to post it sometime. But also in the news, one of the things that I'm super excited about, and Brittany doesn't probably know what the fuck it is, nor do 90% of the people on the planet know what the fuck this movie is.
I hope I do, so I can tell you to fuck off.
No, I guarantee you don't. This movie's called Alien Predators. It came out in 1985. It's about a bunch of young American kids who go to Europe to basically go on vacation. One of the guys is a stunt guy. The other guy is like his buddy or works on
not
the
a stunt guy.
They work in film, and so this other girl, but they're all three friends and they're on this journey, and apparently a satellite crashes to Earth that was doing experiments on something, and the disease gets out and mutates into something that kills people and makes them go crazy. But it's called Alien Predators. It was also called The Falling. But it's going to be making its debut on Blu-ray on June 19th from Scream Factory. So I am super stoked about this. I actually have, it's never come out on DVD. Actually, it did come out. The Falling came out on DVD, but I don't know that is the movie. And I almost bought it. I've had it in my Amazon queue for my lists of movies that I need to get, but it's coming out on Blu-ray, so if you guys are waiting on it to get it, just wait till the Blu-ray comes out on June 19th. Some people are complaining about the price of the movie. It's not exactly a popular movie. It's just one of those weird, odd gems that I found in a VHS bin that they were selling old movies of. And I have the actual hard copy case of the VHS, and I watched it when I went on vacation at that cabin with Christina and her parents. So
I own that movie.
What?
Totally fucking with you. I don't know
Yeah,
what
I
you're
was
talking
gonna
about.
say, like, no
I
way.
have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
I told you. But
And I'm convincing it, being like, I know what you mean.
have you guys heard of this movie? Have you ever looked it up? I posted it in the Do You Love Horror group on Facebook, so if you want to check it out, you can check it out there. I posted the trailer in it. It's not got a lot of traction because I don't think a lot of people know what the fuck it is. But that's it for the news! So now we're going to go ahead and jump into a segment we haven't done in several weeks now because we've only been doing one episode. And by the way, guys, if you didn't catch this already, and we'll let you know now, we are only doing one episode this week. I'm going to try to catch up on more of the work that I've been doing. Cleaning up the studio has been a huge undertaking, but we're going to be back next week, hopefully, with 2 episodes. So hang tight. We're going to be hopefully doing an interview with somebody. I haven't heard back from them just yet, so we'll find out about that. But for now, let's jump into our grave plots. And if you're not sure what that is, well, then just hang tight, motherfucker, because you're about to get your fucking dick blown off. Let's do that right now. All right, guys, so we are back, and we're going to do our grave plots. Now, if you're new to this, or you haven't heard this segment before, it is a segment where we basically make up a horror movie on the spot. And the way we do this is that we actually will pull a name that we made up, that we wrote on a piece of paper and put into a diamond skull. Wait.
Crystal skull with diamond eyes.
Yes, okay. Shut up, Randy.
Jesus Christ.
I get so confused. It's so priceless. It's $8 billion. Anyway.
It's not an actual coffee mug.
So we make up these movie title names, and we also have some of our listeners who have submitted these names to us, and then we pull it out, and if it's one of ours that Brittany and I made up, then the one that made it up has to stay silent while the other person comes up with the general premise for the movie, the kills, the deaths, the characters, the tagline, and then we even make a movie cover for the whole fucking movie. And we try to add sound effects in this, so we'll definitely try to add that in there while you guys listen. So, but Brittany, I think it's your turn to pull the name out of the crystal skull.
I think we should just like strictly do fan submission ones from now on.
Well, if we can get them.
Because I like those. So submit more, people.
There you go, people. There's your cue. We only get 2, though. You only get 2. We had someone that gave me like 10, and I was like, no. Pick 2.
Were they all good?
I don't know. I just asked them to pick 2.
Who cares?
The Grave Plot podcast was trolling us, and they were like, spatula or some shit like that. Yeah, they just wanted to see if we could actually turn shit into gold.
What the fuck?
Who is it by?
I'm sorry.
What is it?
Justin Thiele. This was submitted fan submission by Justin Thiele.
Thiele, I think.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Thiele. So, I'm sorry. I say that like whatever. Like fuck this guy. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry if I said your last name wrong.
I don't know if I'm right either, actually.
Does that say cave?
Let me see.
Or are you supposed to say canoe or cage?
Let me see.
Oh, I think it's cage. 10 red tears in the cage of the salamander. Is that cage?
10 red tears in the cage of the salamander. Yes. This is by Justin. Jesus Christ, Justin. This is going to be the longest title of a fucking episode we've ever had, by the way. I remember when I wrote this down, I was like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. 10 red tears in the cage of the salamander. Oh my God. What the fuck are we going to do? Like, it could go a million different ways, which just kind of leaves it open, I guess. But
Jesus.
I feel like 10 red tears means 10 dead people.
That's what I thought, too.
Right?
Those
So-
10 red tears means Ted.
10 deaths.
Ted deaths. They're all named Ted. They all
And
die.
these people get locked into cages.
By a salamander?
No, and they
By
are
the
forced to
salamander
live in a
man.
very damp environment, which
Okay.
is like a salamander's
But
environment.
it's like I don't know enough characteristics about a salamander to determine why a serial killer would be called the salamander.
Well, let's read the wiki on salamanders. This is where it all starts,
like I know
people.
they're cute. Like I think they're adorable.
Okay, let's start it off. Salamanders are a group of amphibians typically characterized by a lizard-like appearance with slender bodies, blunt snouts, short limbs protecting at the right angles to the body, and the presence of a tail in both larvae and adults. All present-day salamander families are grouped together under the scientific name Urodela. Salamander diversity is most abundant in the northern hemisphere, and most species are found in the Arctic ecozone, with some species present in the neotropical zone. This is a salamander.
I know they're adorable.
Okay.
And there's different.
I think some of them
species
are
and different
poisonous,
colors.
too.
Everything's poisonous.
Says salamanders rarely have more than 4 toes on their front legs. Oh, there you go. So this guy has like 4 fingers.
So he's a freak.
He's got to have 4 fingers?
He's a freak of nature.
Rarely have more than 4 toes on their front legs and 5 on their rear. So he's got regular toes, but he's got 4 fingers on each hand. And he's a murderer. And he locks these people up in cages, killing 10. He needs 10 for some reason. We don't know why yet. And he kills them, and that's it. The movie over. Done. We're done, guys. See, that's it.
That's it.
Yay! All right. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. All right, we'll catch you guys next week.
See you later. Bye.
Just kidding.
We're not done. I can't
we're
go
not
to
that
sleep
easy.
now.
Yeah, that's too easy, guys.
Damn it.
But that's pretty good, though. I like
need
that.
more whiskey.
I didn't know that about salamanders. Their permeable skin usually makes them reliant on habitats in near water or other cool, damp places. Some salamander species are fully aquatic throughout their lives, and some take to the water intermittently, and others are entirely terrestrial as adults. They are capable of regenerating lost limbs as well as other damaged parts on their bodies. Researchers hope to reverse engineer the remarkable regenerative processes for human potential human medicinal applications, such as a brain and spinal cord injury treatment or preventing harmful scarring during heart surgery recovery.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
We have
there
it.
it is. He's a fucking like crazed lunatic ex-scientist or some shit.
I think
and that's why he's trapping these people so he can do scientific research on them to make them regrow back their limbs and shit.
Here's my pitch, okay? So I like what you did there. I think he's been exiled from the scientific community. He's lost his license
Because he practiced on human subjects.
Yes, he was practicing on human subjects, and it actually worked. But because it was against the law, he had been shunned and pushed off.
Yeah.
And I think what might happen is that, I mean, if you really want to dig deeper, maybe some corporate entity picked it up from him, and then he got fired from there, and they screwed him over royally and somehow in the paperwork, so he became homeless, and he lived in the fucking sewers of a fucking big city, right? In a damp environment, right? And so he is finding people to work on in his crazy state, his mind, in this subway or like damp sewer that he lives in, and he drags people down in the middle of the night. I think that's pretty cool.
I like it.
So it's like a story of this crazed guy. See, this is just the guy, right? Like this, I don't know if the story should be about him, although we haven't really done that. It's usually about some other person trying to get through this like tough adventure. You know, it could be kind of like a, what's that, Wolf Creek movie? Mm-hmm. Kind of like that, where like he's like collecting people, just picking them off, but he lives in the sewers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not necessarily a revenge story, but he's just continuing his research.
He's got this scientific lab in the sewer. It just seems funny, you know, like he's got like, I just picture like he's got like jugs, like water jugs and milk jugs. And then he's like mixing shit in it. And he's got like some, like he's made up some sort of like crazy shifty thing to like separate the blood from things.
A centrifuge.
Yeah, like a centrifuge, and like I don't know.
Like his beakers are all like broken and glued together or like taped together.
Yeah, like it's just really unsanitary.
Yeah, it's all gross.
Yeah, and
Perfect.
he's like,
that's why everyone dies.
he's got like some weird rash or something like that because he's been living in this shitty environment. He's lost his mind.
He's got MRSA.
Yeah, like he's not even really. I don't think that he's even practicing science. I think he's just lost
At
it.
this point, he's just lost his mind.
Right.
It started out with good intentions and then got really dark.
But I think it'd be kind of interesting if for some reason, like, you think he's crazy and you know none of this shit works, and the people that are locked up, these girls, men, whatever, start to realize that he's full of shit. Even though he talks, like, very eloquently, you can tell he's clearly lost his mind a little bit. And you believe that he's just lost it and none of this shit's real. But by the end of the movie, he's actually, like, when somebody cuts his arm off,
grows it back.
he grows it back over a period of time. Do you know what I mean? So when they attack him or something like that and she gets away, you see his nub start to grow into a full little baby hand at first, you know, and like get bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Baby hand. Like Deadpool.
And it's like, and he only has 4 fingers on each hand.
Yeah.
I think that's...
So, yeah, because it would grow back the same way as it was when he lost it. So
Maybe.
it doesn't come back. I feel like that should...
the genetic code.
I feel like that should be how it happens. It
I
grows back the
guess.
same way it was when you lost it. It's not a cure-all.
Look, we're not scientists, guys. Back the fuck off.
No, I think
okay?
that's perfect. I don't think it should be a cure-all. So if you only had 3 fingers on one hand and then you chopped your hand off to try and regenerate it, you would grow it back with only 3 fingers. It should be the same as what it was when you lost it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. I
'Cause
just,
then that shit would get exponentially fucking like blown out of proportion if someone figured that shit out and like, oh, you got a deformity, just chop it off a little higher and it's gonna grow back fine. You know what I mean?
they cut his dick off, it grows back.
Bigger. I only got 4 inches and I want 9.
Sorry,
Chop.
that's where my mind
9
goes,
inches.
guys.
Right. Well, I mean, we only got an A cup. Chop it off and you get a D.
Ah, boom!
You're welcome.
It's all nip.
Bullet nips. It's like gives a new fucking.
It just lactates
pew, pew.
profusely.
Fucking disgusting.
It's just dripping the whole time.
Ew.
You came back, but, it
You
produces
just
a lot
won't
of weird
Stop
milk.
dripping everywhere.
All right,
It's just
we've
profusely
we've
dripping.
completely derailed the.
Yep.
Okay, so we're just spitballing here, guys. Just
Yeah, whatever. It's part of the
bear with
process.
us.
Suck a dick.
It's part of the creative
I need more
process.
whiskey.
I think it would also be really interesting if we were like, and I'm shooting ahead so we can kind of pave the way. So something to aim at, I guess you would say. But I think it would be really interesting. Like, he has been doing this for a long time. But he needs like this gland or something from like 10 people, or you know what I mean? Or maybe he needs to get like live cultures from these people or something like that to be able to make this work. And he chops off people's body parts and stuff.
Right.
To try to make it work. But he's also injecting these people and like somehow splicing their DNA with fucking salamanders. And so he has all these rejects in this one room. Like, the whole movie takes place in this one like underground place in the sewers where he's in this room and he goes through this big metal door and shuts the door all the time, but you never see what's behind it.
And that's where he keeps his derpy human
Right.
salamanders.
That's where all the fucking, so by the end of the movie, it's like fucking
released.
Reanimator style, you know what I mean? Like creatures, like fishmen and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like salamander
Merman.
people, yeah.
Here we get a mermaid.
Kind of, you know what it kind of reminds me of? There's this one movie called something about
Mary.
fishermen or something like that. And they have these like big mouths that are like part fish, part fucking... I just watched the trailer for it recently. Oh, The Bargeman or something like that.
Oh, it makes me uncomfortable.
I think it would be kind of interesting. So what do we do? Do we follow the story of somebody that gets locked up in the salamander's cage, essentially, and like you just kind of like see these people, and he's just like a character that you know very little about, and you barely see him, but his backstory is very, like he's a scientist and all this other stuff. Like, you don't really know all this stuff, but somehow you find it out throughout the story, so that he's kind of like this ominous character that's a little scary. And like, you don't like, it's through the eyes of somebody who just been kidnapped and put in the sewer. Do you see what I'm saying?
I feel like that's very classic horror.
Yeah, but if we do it through the eyes of him, it kind of takes away some of the terror.
Agreed.
You know
That's
what I
I'm saying.
mean?
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
We got to figure out a way how to explain how we figured all that shit out, but it makes more sense to go from the eyes of like a victim.
I think it'd be interesting, like
Someone from the beginning, like that he first abducted, so maybe they're missing like all their fingers on one hand and then like all their toes on one foot, maybe one arm completely or something. Like he's done everything on this person, so he's watched all 9 other people come through.
right, and in like sort of his skin is like messed up, like we were talking about.
Yeah, he's all fucked up.
Because it's not a perfect fix,
It's not a perfect science, guys.
So like his skin is really fucked up.
Salamanderingism is
Yeah.
not a perfect science.
Yeah, please call 1-800
Please call 1-800.
if you're dealing with the affliction of salamanderism.
If you've been salamanderismed, please call.
If your pores are dripping with goo.
That's what it's called, salamanderism.
But yeah, I think it'd be kind of interesting to do it through the people who are being... So I think it should follow somebody on a regular night, right? They're maybe out at a bar or something with their friends and stuff, and it's everything normal. And she walks home because she lost her wallet or something like that. I don't know. Whatever it is that she decides to walk home, and she decides to go through this one part of town. And she's worried about, like, the area for whatever reason, because it's kind of like a bad neighborhood. So she has to go through this one alleyway to cross through, or she has to go all the way around another area that's really bad, too. So she tries to take the shortcut kind of thing. And when in the process of doing that, the person that she was scared of is actually there to try to help her, but dies, and then she gets snagged and taken down into the salamander lair for cageism, and she's one of the yeah, whatever. She's one of the 10 red tiers, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe they all have red hair. Maybe that's the thing that
Oh yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Like it only works with red hair
That gene.
DNA genetics or whatever.
Yeah, because it's a weird gene.
Right, like, and it's a dying gene, I think. It's not, the red hair is like
Probably.
going away a little bit more than normal.
Yeah, we're not geneticists. I'm
No.
sure I'm wrong.
But I just think it'd be
I don't even
interesting
know
to
if
have
that's
that
the
kind
name.
of angle. It also
I like
it
that.
also plays in on the red tiers.
I like that. That's
Because,
perfect.
yeah, like I picture like a girl crying, you
They're
know.
gingers.
Gingers, yeah.
Poor gingers.
Fucking soulless gingers! I'm just kidding.
Poor gingers.
I'm just kidding. I'm a ginger too, actually.
I like
Technically,
gingers.
I'm strawberry blonde.
I am too, naturally.
Are you? Yeah. It's so funny. Like
I have a lot of freckles, too. I'm very freckled.
I don't have freckles, but I do them like
My whole
my
body
shoulders.
is covered in freckles.
Okay, so do you think it should be a girl or a guy?
I want to say guy, but
I kind of
we've
like.
been pretty fair to both sexes.
Yeah, I don't mind. I actually kind of want to do a girl. Like I feel
Well, let's
like
do a girl.
the-
It's National Women's Day today when we're recording, so let's do a lady.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. This girl, she gets, like we were talking about, she gets down the alleyway, and this guy that she was scared of actually tries to help her, but dies in the process. How does he die? Like, how does, like, you just see, like, blood
Gets
come...
his head bashed in with a brick.
Yeah,
It's
like,
an alley.
viciously. But you never see the salamander's face.
No, you just see 4 fingers.
Right. And he's
Or
always wearing
long,
some, like, trench coat.
Sticky.
Like a trench, like a yellow, like, Georgie fucking...
No.
You know what I mean?
Raincoat.
Yeah, like a little raincoat. Georgie boy.
Oh.
Then he sucks off his arm. It was all salamander lips all over his arm.
I'm proud of myself for doing that.
Yeah, that's too much. So anyway, okay, so when she comes to, somehow she gets injected with something that knocks her out. Some sort of like weird sewer
Like a neurotoxin.
Yeah, some sort of weird thing that
Weird sewer neurotoxin.
Yeah, he made,
It's just sewer water. That's
yeah,
all
it's
it is.
just toads made from toads that he like.
Like the Simpson toads.
Yeah, like
Toads from
the
Simpsons.
toadstool thing.
You know the ones that make yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
talking about.
hallucinate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean Hypnotoad?
Hypnotoad. Yeah.
But so what happens next? She wakes up in this cage, and you know the camera stays close and tight on her, and just like the hands and the legs and her waking up, and then you pan back a little bit more, and you see that she's next to another person in a cage, and you pan back a little bit further, and she sees that it's a whole room. Actually, maybe not even yet. Maybe it's kind of dark, and there's just like a crack of light coming into her cage from the doorway that he comes through, and she hears somebody else talking to her. She's like, are you awake? Are you awake? You know, and she starts talking to this other voice. So she knows that there's more than just her, but she doesn't realize that there's a whole group of people. And then someone says something like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
We're all going to fucking die anyway. Some the negative Nancy guy. And then the door gets kicked open because he yelled.
Yeah.
And it's the salamander guy, you know. And he comes busting in and starts banging on the cages. You know what I mean? I think that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
He doesn't really say much either.
No, he just makes a lot of noise.
Right.
Tries to be scary.
Kind of mumbles to
Intimidating.
himself under his breath. And he's
Yeah.
always wearing that raincoat, the yellow raincoat. I think that's kind of funny. Because what if he's like physically deformed with salamander features? So in
He
the
looks
front.
like a damn lizard. Okay.
So the loud guy, does he get like...
Oh, he dead. He
Oh,
died first.
I know what they need to do.
He's dying
So the
first.
salamander guy comes in, bangs on all the cages, and starts spitting on them and stuff like that.
Gross.
Like, he just has no care in the world. They're just like a fucking a lab animal. Like, he doesn't even... Like, he's kind of angry, though, because he's in a hurry to
Yeah.
get this shit done. But like, he beats the shit out of... he grabs the one guy.
He makes him the example.
So he's got like a leash on him, you know what I mean? Like some sort of leash that he can control him with. And like he shocks him with this thing a lot of times to like keep them in check. And he drags that guy off to a cutting table, right? And he cuts his hand off. And then puts this weird goo on it. He, like, has all these jars or tubs that are labeled different numbers, like 1v6, 1v7, 1v8, but they're all disheveled and dirty and shit.
Yeah,
and he just pours this weird goo on the guy's wound and then wraps it back up. And then throws him back in the cage, and the guy's screaming. Like, he chops off his hand pretty quick, you know?
Yeah.
And the guy's, like, screaming, and then he passes out, maybe, and he throws him in the cage after he fucking wraps it up and stuff.
Yeah. He, like, he puts the shit on it and then wraps it up, and then he puts him back in the cage. He's all passed out. Because you're going to pass out from that shit. I don't care who the fuck you are. Just got your arm amputated with no fucking anesthetic. Like, you're passing the fuck out, either from blood loss or pain.
Wouldn't it be crazy, though, if he, like, feeds them garbage?
Yeah, he should. Banana peels and coffee
like
grounds
half-eaten
and, like,
sandwiches,
bullshit. Yeah,
like
it's all rotted.
Like a box of like Chinese food that's been
takeout that's
thrown.
like,
yeah,
got worms in it and shit. Maggots.
Oh god, that's bad, dude.
I'd eat it if I was starving.
No.
Maggots are protein. Maggots are protein.
Don't care.
If you're starving, you'll care.
I'll fucking rob a bank before I fucking do that shit.
You won't care.
I'll rob a bank.
No, if you're in that predicament and that's all you have, so you don't fucking die, you're gonna eat maggots. And all you gotta think is, maggots are protein. Maggots are protein.
All right, that's enough, Brittany.
Suck them down. It's fine. Swallow it. Don't think about it.
These are so good.
All right, so what do we do next?
Well, that guy's not dead yet.
No, he's passed out,
So
too.
he's just passed out with
Everybody's
no arm,
freaking out
no
and
hand.
scared.
He's got no hand. Everyone's screaming and really concerned.
Ooh, what if he, like, kind of treats the girls a little bit different? You know what I mean?
Like he's more sweet and tender?
Yeah, he's a little more tender with them.
Well, not rapey.
No,
Just-
doesn't have to be rapey.
He's just more understanding. I
No,
guess.
he, like,
He's
you see him
nicer.
pet the girl's head, and you notice that he's missing,
He's just
like,
4 fingers.
like a pinky or something like that, and it's just 3 fingers, you know, and a thumb. Like, one of his fingers is, like, just been, you know, it's just, like, smooth. It's, like, doesn't look like it's been cut off.
Should we make it his middle finger so he can't flip anyone off?
What if maybe that's part of the reason why he's so obsessed with this stuff is so he could grow back his finger.
So he can flip people off.
Yeah, he's lost both of his middle fingers.
That's the reason. I love it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That's great.
He figures it out, grows back, and he's like,
He's
yeah.
missing his middle finger, and that's why he's doing this whole thing.
He's
so
like,
he can grow his
"Bitch,
middle finger back to flip the whole world off.
I'm out. He's like, fuck you, fuck you.
You're all right. Fuck you. I think that's brilliant.
I mean, it's not very, that's too much,
I don't give a
but
fuck. That's hilarious.
I kind of take this one actually pretty seriously. Like, I don't want it to be a comedy.
Sounds pretty cool.
You know what I mean? Like, so let's just say it's like his pinkies. Both of his
Fine.
pinkies did
His
not
pinkies.
grow. He learned the whole thing from a salamander as a kid, like backstory. You don't really figure that out. Again, you don't really even know what he's doing right away, but you start to, like, maybe one of the escapees get out and they look through all this paperwork and scribblings of a madman, scrawlings of a madman, you know, news clippings and
He
stuff
just
like
wrote
that.
it all over the walls in the
Yeah,
sewer.
he's got this, like, wall of crazy. You know, like that Mike.
There's always a wall of crazy.
Yeah, Mike always called it that. He's like the wall of crazy.
Always a wall of crazy.
Okay, so what happens next? Like, does somebody try to get out and then he makes an example of
I
them?
feel like it's too early. He just made an example of the loud guy.
Right. So I guess you're right. Yeah.
So then he just needs to pick somebody randomly to do a experiment on.
Okay.
So maybe he picks our girl that he kidnapped.
And he's like trying to inject her with a certain thing, and it makes her sick, and she's like vomiting everywhere.
Yeah, that'll work.
Do you know what I
'Cause
mean?
I feel like we have to introduce her early to something. Otherwise, she's just sitting there for a while. Because he's not going to do all this experimentation and shit in front of everybody every time he does it. Like,
Well, yeah.
I mean, or
He's
is
very
he?
limited on space. I mean, I guess it's the sewers, but
I mean, so maybe he does. Maybe he does everything in front of everybody. I just feel like that's distracting.
yeah. Well, they don't really know what he's doing, but they know that he's operating on them and doing like tests.
They're just not sure. Like,
They're
unless
not
he's
sure
making
why.
an example of the person, he doesn't do it in front of everybody.
And he's got all these like salamander like drawings on the wall. Like
There's some in jars, dead, alive. There's
Right.
everywhere. Like they're all different breeds and species of salamander, are just literally all over. There's some crawling all over the walls, all over the floors. Like they're all over the place.
Ooh, like he grabs one off the wall.
Eats it.
Ooh, I don't know about that, but
Just all- No, he loves them. He wouldn't eat them.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like
He just eats maggots instead.
just a box full of maggots. Like he's
Yeah.
trying to hand it to him. They're like, here, no.
He's like, maggot Twinkies.
Well, maybe you're right about the maggots thing. Maybe he does hand them garbage and it has
He
maggots
should.
in it, and
It's protein.
then like one of them eats it, and the girl looks at him. She's the new one, and she's just like,
I'll never eat this shit.
yeah, like I'll never eat it. But then by the end,
She's
see,
eating it.
Yeah. So what's her name, by the way? Do we even care? Does it even matter?
I don't think anyone needs to have a name.
Well, maybe they humanize each other by trying to survive through this process.
I don't know if they're going to have a chance to, though. They don't have access to each other. They're not going to escape in the end.
Well, they could. There could be some people that do, and maybe it does. Maybe they do escape.
I don't know.
Maybe the girl gets out.
So you don't remember 10 names for people, though?
Maybe she becomes the queen of the salamanders, and that's
Salamander
the sequel. And then like it's like Chud, you know, like and all the fucking salamander people are like fucking.
Just remember that's 10 individual names we're going to have to remember for people.
She's like, well, no. Oh, I see what you mean, but like maybe there's just a few that talk. It doesn't. We don't have to like create entire stories.
I know. I feel like our main person needs to have
I mean,
a
they're in
name.
cages. What more can you really describe about them?
Right.
Maybe
I
she
feel
just
like
makes.
nobody needs to have names. Everybody can be. There's anonymity, like
Yeah, kind of like what do you call it?
entirely.
No, like human centipede thing.
Right. Nobody has fucking name. No one cares.
Right.
It's just blonde girl, redheaded girl. Well, they're all redheads though, so that's the same point. Like, why do they need to have? If we're gonna go on the redheaded thing, they don't need to have identities
Ooh, and he feeds the salamander people the parts.
that he cut off from everybody else.
Got it.
Yeah. Part of what he's feeding them are the discarded pieces from each individual.
Well, not the
victim.
10 people. I'm talking about
previous.
the salamander people that are behind the door that we don't know about
right,
yet.
the freaks.
Right, because
Yeah.
you go in that room and they're eating, there's just bones.
Right.
You know what I mean? Piled up in different.
Yeah, it's the behind closed doors experiments that he's still experimenting on that no one knows about.
Yeah, well, those are failed experiments, I would think.
Yeah,
right?
that get out in the end.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And
Pandemonium.
she lets them out.
Yeah.
And she like, I
Why?
feel
She's
like
stupid.
I feel like she somehow gets out, kills the salamander guy, the Salamander King, and then she becomes the queen of the salamanders, sort of thing. I'm not saying like it needs to go anywhere from there, but I think she
She
has
thinks
some
it's
sort
a
of
good
connection
thing
with
that she's
them.
doing. She thinks it's like this valiant thing that she's doing. by
No, like
releasing them.
she like becomes twisted in the mind. She's also a half breed,
Which makes
like
sense
them.
because Stockholm syndrome.
Right.
So
She's less of a half breed. She's more of like a 20% salamander woman. You know what I mean?
well, maybe he
While the
does-
other ones are like half and half.
Well, maybe he strictly focuses on her primarily because he sees something in her. So that's why she ends up becoming so prone to, like, she kills him, but in the end, she still kind of regrets doing that. So that's why she lets these creatures go and then still kind of stays in charge.
Sure.
Of
I mean, I
everything in
don't.
the end.
Once we get there, yeah. I mean, I'm fine
Maybe
with that.
that was maybe that was part of her whole plan, is that she felt like she would try and bond with him in some way, and
yeah, kind of like what's
that's
that movie
why-
that what's his name did all the split personality thing?
Split.
Yeah, Split. Is that what it was?
The most recent one.
Yeah.
Split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
That's the best fucking thing you can do. You get put
Right.
in a situation like that when you're held captive by somebody, you play into their fantasy.
Right.
You play into what the fuck they want. You make them think that you're interested. You make them think that you want it. That's how you hopefully end out alive in the end.
I think she needs to make some pretty tough judgment calls, though, up until that point.
Oh, she's going to have to kill someone.
What I picture in my mind, by the way, is her petting one of the salamander people.
She's
going to
have to kill at least one of them, I feel like.
As the camera comes back, she's like petting him on the head, and then you see the back of her while she's petting this thing, and they open a door, and the light comes in. So
yeah, that's like the
they're-
hint at the creatures getting out.
Right.
But I feel like that's the test that he's going to put her through, is that she has to kill one of the people in order for him to trust her initially, because she's not going to get to that place without him trusting her.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, I'm just saying that's what I picture for the end.
So she's going to kill a loudmouth guy.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
but
who she
he's like a
kills.
real dick to her, so you don't
Right,
feel bad about
nobody
it.
cares.
Yeah.
But that's her thing. That's her shtick. She's gonna have to kill somebody in order for him to
But
trust her, so she can rise to the level that she does.
Well,
at the
I
end
don't
of the
think
whole
he would
story.
be. I think he would be mad at her because he needs all those people alive.
He has to test her though.
So he doesn't really kill everybody.
No, but he has to test her in some way, shape, or form to test that she's fucking going to stick with him.
But we already discussed that he needs 10 people alive so that he can do this thing.
Oh, at
it
the
benefits no. Separate of the salamander people aside, the 10 people that are supposed to be in the cages have to be alive because his whole science thing is about fucking keeping those people alive so that they regenerate.
Yeah.
If one of them dies,
I see what you're saying.
So maybe he gets mad at her, but he likes her so much that it kind of gains her trust in a way, and he just goes out to get another one. Do you see what I mean? Like it
He doesn't want to kill her, so he gets the replacement.
It's like I
But
understand.
how does she do that, though?
I mean, we can kill people off, but I don't think as the character would necessarily want to kill them. He has a whole room full of rejects that
Right.
we haven't talked about. So he's not really a murderer. He's just a
Mad scientist.
He's just a perverse like scientist. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I just try to think of how he's going to trust her, is what I'm saying. So who is she going to have to, what is she going to have to do, or who is she
She
going
could
to have to
definitely
take
kill
out?
that guy, but I'm just saying the salamander guy will get mad about it. And then he will get mad at her and hit her maybe, but then he touches her face with his 4 fingers thing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
maybe you're right, though. Maybe one of his thumbs on one of his hands is gone and one of his pinkies is gone on the other.
Different deformities.
Yeah, like they're both missing on the left side of his hands.
Oh, yeah.
So we said that it was too soon to like kill him off or set an example. So
We decided we can't kill anybody.
He's been feeding them these weird garbage things. She gets a half-eaten sandwich. She's okay with that. One of the other people is eating maggots out of a fucking Chinese thing, and this is like a whole long, 5-10 minutes thing, because it's going to be kind of an artistic, kind of like slow, atmospheric movie where it deals more with the aesthetics, not so much conversation.
Deals more with psychological, how it affects the human psyche.
Right. You want to
Plain
be
and
put in
simple.
their environment very closed off from the
Right.
world.
You need to be immersed into it to understand
The dehumanizing.
each person's fucking torments and like turmoil that they're going through.
Sure.
So you're kind of viewing it in each person's eyes, but you're not getting familiarized with each person individually.
So one of the other 10 people, there's like another girl, and like we said, these are all people with red hair. So this girl has like really nice, long flowing hair. She originally did maybe, and it's like really bad and torn and like nasty and just full of like bugs, and she's like scratching her head and like eating the bugs, like, you know what I mean, like her skin is just dried up and like fucked up because whatever he's injecting them with makes it sludgy, makes their skin sludgy. But she's not affected. She's one of the last of the 10.
Yeah, she's new.
She's got to be the last one. I think that would be
Yeah, she's the completion.
right of the 10. 10 tears in the cage of the salamander. We broke that shit down, dude. I hope you're proud, Justin.
Yeah, you're fucking welcome.
And thank you for submitting that, by the way.
This is a process, bro.
Yeah, it really is. So let's go ahead and jump into another person that gets yanked out of a cage. Maybe this time this person gets their leg cut off. He ties this girl, to the chair and starts hacking her leg off.
I would go with below the knee amputation, not
Yeah,
full on leg,
he-
because she will bleed to death.
Right, but he ties it off. You know what I mean?
Above the knee, tourniquet in the appropriate place, and cuts from below the knee.
And she starts going, no. And then he injects her in the neck with something to calm her down.
Calm. Yeah.
And she's still saying no, but she's like really out of it. And then he tourniquets her knee, before he cuts it off.
Above, yeah.
Yeah, above her knee.
Mid thigh.
Right. And then he starts sawing in front of the others.
Oh fuck! He's gonna do it all slow.
Yes.
Sweet.
I think it's really cool that way. He ejects the area that he's going to be cutting also, by the way.
Does he break the bone first? I feel like he should break the bone first. It makes it easier. Because otherwise, when he cuts and he gets to the bone, it's not gonna.
Okay,
he's
so
gonna
yeah.
have to break it either way.
So he treats the area of the leg where he does the tourniquet with like some sort of numbing agent so that she doesn't feel pain.
Aw,
But
that's sweet.
she's awake and conscious to see her leg getting
She
hacked
can
off.
see everything.
Yes.
Yeah, she can see everything. She just can't do anything about
And
it.
blood's like going everywhere.
So she's basically like restrained from mid-chest underneath the breast area, and her
Right.
arms
But
are all pinned, so she can lift up and see what's going on, but she can't physically do anything to stop it.
Right. She's like fucked up.
Right.
And you could see her like a tear come out of her eye, you know what I mean? Like she's shaking, you could see it in her eyes. But I think it'd be kind of interesting because like what would you have in a sewer at your disposal to be able to break the leg?
Pipes. Literally anything. He can break a fucking
concrete?
pipe. He can take a fucking cinder block piece.
Right. I think it'd be kind of interesting to do like concrete and he takes a slab of
A
concrete
piece of cinder block.
and it doesn't break it right away.
Yeah,
So
he has
he's-
to do it consistently.
He's hitting it like 5-6 times. And people are screaming, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because he has to, plain and simple, guys, he has to break the bone regardless. You can't cut through it with a hacksaw.
Right.
It's not going to fucking happen. You have to break the fucking bone, and that's another reason why I suggest below the knee, because the human femur is one of the hardest bones in the entire body to break.
Okay.
It's extremely fucking difficult. It's the strongest bone in the human body.
Okay.
And so I feel like below the knee is a little bit more simple.
No, that's fine. So below the knee, he tourniquets it, cuts, it breaks. He breaks her leg, but it takes like 6 fucking
Takes
times.
a while, yeah.
And it's really fucking brutal, guys.
process.
Like we're talking like super fucking brutal. And then she kind of like is panicking a little bit, even though she's sedated. She's panicking, and you can tell. And other people are like vomiting because it's so graphic.
Yeah, it's super gnarly, like bones protruding out of the skin.
One guy
fractures.
just pisses himself in the cage,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you see the liquid come out. After he breaks her leg, he puts this goo on her like he does everybody else. He injects her with a little bit more. And maybe they're like cells. You know, it doesn't have to be cages. It's just whatever he can make.
Whatever he can find.
Yeah.
Right. Whatever he can master. Like maybe someone's in a dog crate. Whoever fucking knows. Like
Right.
whatever he can make and put people in to restrain them.
I think at this point in time, though, somebody should break out of one of the shifty cages that he's made. And I think that they get out the door as the doors open. And he kind of like he kind of shambles a little bit. He's not like there's something a little off about him, I think. It would be appropriate. So he goes chasing after this person. They lock him out by sticking something in the door. And they start to run towards that back room. And he essentially runs into the room with all the fucking meat-eating salamanders. Do you understand what I'm saying?
The rejected ones?
The rejected ones. So he gets into this room first where it has all of his documents and stuff where he's showing like half breeds and like so the viewer is kind of like in on it now. Like you don't really understand, but you know that now I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to create these hybrids or something like that or whatever the fuck he's doing.
Or at least that's what it appears, but that's not what he's trying to do.
Right. So
it looks like.
He starts banging on the door, breaks it down, gets through, and that guy that escaped goes into the room, and these creatures, he starts hearing noises in the darkness. Because it's pitch black back there. He didn't have fucking lights and shit. He's got candlelight and shit in the fucking sewer. But, like, you see this, like, fucking, like, these creatures, like, kind of, like, making noises, like... Like, you know, and he's like, who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Like, whoa. Hello? You know, like he's freaking out. Like I would be panicking at this point in time hearing shit like that.
Everybody would. Yeah. Literally everyone. And if you say you wouldn't be, you're a fucking liar.
So then you start
I'm
to
in
hear
a dark room and I'm like...
So they start like the frequency of these noises start getting louder as you can hear them getting closer to him, and as slowly it gets louder and louder until you hear him scream, and then you see blood kind of go under the door. And then he opens the door. And he just kind of shuts it. And he's just like, fuck, you know, like... So he goes... So
Salamander Man opens the door and is like, mm-mm.
Yeah, no, he's like, yeah, well, I guess they got a good meal tonight, you know?
That's perfect. I like that.
So then, now he has to go out that night to get a new redhead.
Right.
So he's, like, casing another person, you know what I mean? Like, trying to kidnap them. While he's out, the other girl, the new girl, of course, wants to try to get out of there as fast as she can.
Yeah.
Because she knows that there is something seriously bad going on here, obviously, after seeing all of that.
Right. No, it's great.
So she makes friends with this other girl that's, like, really just quiet. And she's talking to her, and she's like, all right, we got to get out of here. You see that thing behind you? You need to grab that and cut the ties on your wrists and fucking get out, okay? Do you see that bar right there? No, not that one. This one. You know, pull on that. Kick the lower portion of it. And, you know, like, she's, like, real crafty, you know? Like, she's real smart. And she's, like, so that person gets out and, like, goes to help her get out. And, like, this is, you know, obviously, guys, this is an atmospheric movie. So there's going to be large events that happen over a period of time. Like, you're really just going to be sunk into this atmosphere more so. So the girl gets out, right? Helps the new redhead get out. We'll just call her the main one. We'll call her Christine, whatever.
That's fine.
Christine is like, I mean, maybe you hear her name in the beginning. But Christine is like the one that's in charge, and like she's got all this like fucking figured out. And then they start letting people out. Well, he comes back with a new one that he's dragging. You know what I mean? Something happens though where it gets into a fight, and this is where people die because he's fighting for his life now. He doesn't want to kill these people. He's trying to...
So she's released everyone.
Right.
Like, maybe whoever the girl is she befriends, like, gets out, and she releases her, and then she goes and releases everybody else.
Ooh, what if a bunch get out, right? Mm-hmm. And these are people... Like, you start to realize how dimly lit it is here, that these people are becoming the rejects, essentially.
Yeah, they all got different issues.
Right.
Like, different deformities, or they're missing limbs, or whatever. Like, there's all kinds of fucked up shit going on.
So with each different person, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like, what if some of them get out, like 6 of them, and like one of them's like trying to run off, like somehow get out of the sewer, and he like comes back and he's dragging this person through like a entrance or whatever, and he sees them trying to get out, and he runs and he like tries to stop them, and then some happenstance thing happens where they trip and smash their head on something, and they're like dead.
No, that'll work.
So he drags that person back. And the girl, she's still down there trying to let other people out. So, because she's the main one, you know,
right.
the one trying to help everybody. So it's like, we said 6 got out, one of them died. So there's, 6 got out, one of them died, another one already died. So that's 2 left. That's her and one other person. So she's trying to help one of these other people. And he comes down, they hear him dragging the bodies down, and then something happens, and she tries to attack him, cuts off his arm or something like that. What do you think?
Yeah.
Should that have happened earlier?
Where she attacked him and cut off an arm? Probably, except we're going to try and sell the fact that he regenerates it.
Okay, so that kid that got out cuts his arm off.
The first one he killed.
The guy that was crying and, like, went into the, like, salamander, the rejects.
Yeah.
So he cut his arm off.
So slowly during the rest of this, like, progression.
Right, and he slaps on...
growing back slowly. And...
Right. So he slaps on some of that gel on his arm and bandages his up.
Right.
And you can start to see, like, a little hand, like, and it's growing, and he keeps wrapping it up, and you can see that it's, like, all red and fucked up and kind of green. So anyway, this later, of course, the 6 people get out. One of them gets killed on the way out. It's just Christine and this other girl. There's a tussle, right? And his bandage comes undone, and you see like this weird, fucked up little nub of a hand. And he tries to block with that hand, and she like cuts it in half, and it's like bleeding all over the place and stuff. And then she kills him somehow, but how does she do it? We got to do something pretty good.
Yeah, it needs to be a good kill. Oh, fuck.
Maybe there's a glass down there and she just stabs him repeatedly in the face and neck. And the other girl is the other girl that she's helping out, who's kind of missing an arm or something, is stabbing him with something else in the back. So they're like going to town on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he like flails and
They're both just stabbing him with like found objects that
Right,
they picked up
exactly.
in the sewers. So
Just-
it'll be like a piece of wood
glass.
or a glass,
Like a
or
beaker
plastic,
broken.
like strong plastic
Right.
or whatever, like anything they can find. Like it's initially like whatever they find around them that they grabbed, and they're just like, I'm gonna stab this motherfucker with this, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's perfect.
I think
So,
that's good.
her and then the other girl.
I think I think he needs to stab one of the girls that not Christine but the other girl.
other girl.
And it you know, and she starts bleeding out of the neck. And like she's like screaming as Christine's like that guy's on the ground now cuz he's really hurt.
She's trying to help her.
She's trying to help her but she ends up dying. What so as he's dying he does something and maybe he gives her the keys somehow.
Yeah, I feel like he needs to give her something to access where they are,
And a diary.
but then something that explains. Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
like
a
a
diary that
diary.
explains what the fuck he's doing. Otherwise, otherwise I would just ditch the fuck out. Bye. Like leave. You know what I mean? If you want her to stay and become this like queen of these people. Or
Did she
whatever.
ever have any of the process done on her?
No.
I think before we do that, I think we need to cut off her arm.
She needs to lose something.
Yeah, she needs to lose an arm.
her whole arm,
Like maybe from the shoulder, either the shoulder or the elbow.
shoulder.
I think the elbow.
I think shoulder.
You think?
I would chop her whole arm off.
Okay, so a couple of days had passed. So he does this to her, and she goes through the same process almost as the other girl who got her leg snapped off.
Right.
And then gets wrapped up, and he's injected her, and she's puked. She pukes this stuff when she wakes up because she's, one, in a lot of pain. Two, she's been injected with this weird salamander fucking DNA shit. You have no idea what the fuck that is, really,
Right.
as a viewer. But yes, so later on, she lets everybody else out. This could be a week later. We don't know. Like, time just goes by
No one
without
knows time,
knowing.
right.
Right. So then when he's dying, he hands her with his good hand his diary.
Take my strong hand.
You like my strong hand.
My germs. Sorry.
And then we keep quoting that movie. You know
Fucking
that?
love that movie.
We need to watch those, I guess.
Can we? Oh my god, can we please?
We'll do it soon. We'll keep it on the list.
All of them.
Right. I don't know about all of them.
All of them.
Some of them are
The
bad.
2 episodes, all of them. I don't care. Anyway, continue.
But with his strong hand and his unhurt hand or whatever is whatever. So his right hand, he pulls it out and he pulls the diary out, and it's all sludgy and grimy.
Yeah.
And it also has a key and
Like instructions.
like a picture of his mom and like maybe some weird shit, like maybe him as in a lab.
Yeah.
But she also
Some type of hint to a backstory of like why he is what he is or who
But
he
you
is.
can't see his face. Remember, he's wearing this
Right.
weird thing, so it's lit in a way that you can't see it. So she now finally pulls back his hood, and you see like half of his face is kind of like
Lizard-like.
Yeah, like a salamander
Yeah.
almost. And he's got like one black eye.
And his skin's like amphibian,
Right.
essentially. Just on half of his face, though.
Right. I think it's kind of interesting. I think it'd be kind of cool. And you see him like gurgle blood out of the fucking face and shit. And
Yeah.
then he dies, and she goes with the key and goes to open the door.
To see what is behind it.
Right.
And she discovers the light shed, and you see all these fucked up, weird creatures. And you're like, what the fuck?
Right. Well, like, he has a crossbar that he puts over the door to keep them from getting out, but the kid goes through it and actually opened it, and it wasn't locked because he never thought he needed to, but he has a key, and he locked it, and he gives it to her. And then she goes in there, and you see them kind of slither out a little bit, and, like, do they attack her at first, or are they just very welcoming to her?
I feel like they should be welcoming,
Okay.
essentially, because he's dead, so his presence isn't a thing anymore. And she killed him, essentially, so she's absorbed whatever power or strength that he had that she took from him.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's not around, so,
So-
I feel like these are basically like subservient beings. They're going to they're going to serve the most dominant person in the room, which would be her because she killed their master, essentially, right?
Well, and I think it would be interesting to the salamanders go over and see their master.
Eat him.
And, they scream at first, like they make some weird gurgly fucking salamander man people thing. And then she just nods at them and they eat him. And then one of them scurries up to her under the light that I was talking about. And they go to the door and she opens it up and you see the silhouettes of the creatures. You kind of see them, but it's dark a little bit, so you see what they look like, but when the door opens and the light comes through, it's kind of like that Cube moment where at the end he walks all weird into the doorway.
Yeah. This isn't a big budget film, guys.
Right, it's an independent.
We can't do 20 different creatures.
And honestly, the name itself...
silhouettes of 20 different creatures.
The name itself kind of reminds me of like Italian film.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure Justin was probably pretty...
Most likely.
Yeah. But yeah... So, holy fuck.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool story. And
I watched the fuck out of it, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to suck our own dicks here, but I would watch that. It's cool.
I think it could be done pretty cool.
And I'm sure when we ask Mouse, he's going to love it. Cause
yeah.
He's been listening the whole time.
So, what do you guys think? Did you like what we did with the story? Justin, did you like what we did with the story?
What we did with your story.
Yeah. The cover of this is going to be interesting. I have ideas already, but... thanks, Brittany. I appreciate the encouragement there. So, what do we do for the titles?
Oh, fuck.
So, the tagline. So, the movie is called 10 Red Tears in the Cage of the Salamander. Should it just say something simple like he waits or the Salamander King waits? Something shitty. Terror under the streets, deep in the sewers of chaos. It's so cheese dick, but I like stuff like that. Okay, so deep in the bowels of the city lives a creature. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Or
even under your feet,
here we go.
Feeds.
A new terror lives in the sewer or under the streets.
Under the streets. Yeah.
A new terror lives under the streets. What do you think?
That works.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Is that good? Yeah? Okay, thanks. That's good.
Thanks.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Thanks,
guys. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, Justin, for supplying the name for us. If you guys would like to submit a movie title that you made up, please do us a favor when you check it. We want to make sure a couple of the ones that we've made up and that we've had submitted are movies already.
Yeah.
We understand that it's hard to come up with something that that might come up because we've done it. You know what I mean?
Just Google it.
But just go to imdb.com and just double check it. Like we had one of them that was like a movie that just came out. Like
it was really good too.
And we had one like that too. We're trying.
The last time we did one.
Yeah, we're trying to avoid that because it will bring the people who made those movies to the podcast and then they like, what the fuck?
This isn't my movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we just want to try to keep it as original as possible, as best you can. I mean, clearly, 10 red tears in the cage of the salamander.
If it is,
that has not been. If that has been done, I will go fucking. I'm just gonna go punch myself in the face.
Suck a bunch of dicks. What's gonna happen. Alex is gonna suck a bunch of dicks.
But guys,
I'm just gonna stand in the corner and cheer.
All you have to do is go to our longlivethevoid.com website and check out the context section and actually just fill out. There's a drop-down menu. It says GravePlot idea or suggestion. Just put it in there. If you can give us 2, but no more than 2. If you have one good one, that's even better. But if you must and you need 2, only 2, put them in there. We'll put them in our cup and we draw your name. We'll give you a big shout out on the podcast. We appreciate you guys that listen and we thank you every week. But if you do enjoy what we do here, make sure you tell a friend, share it online. All of that stuff really goes a long way to help us out. But we will be back next week on Monday, hopefully for 2 episodes that week. We'll see how things go.
We'll see. We're not promising shit.
Yeah, I don't want to promise anything. There's just a lot going on.
We've lied to you for 2 weeks.
3.
3 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks.
I lied to you for 3 weeks.
I know.
So we're not promising
Well, it's
shit.
not a lie. We just didn't know.
It's not a lie. We didn't know.
Yeah.
So we may just have one for you next week.
Right.
Don't get your hopes up.
Right. We love you, okay?
Yeah.
Just know that you're in a safe place.
You're in a safe place. You can trust us.
Yeah, I don't know if you can trust us, but hopefully.
You can trust me.
Hey. And guys, don't forget, tonight I'll be on live streaming on Twitch. I know I'm plugging the shit out of this, but we've had a lot of fun. So
One
if
of
you
these
want
days,
to,
I'm just going to do Twitch with no shirt on.
and then she gets banned the same day she
That's
starts.
perfect. It's fine. It's my interest.
But guys, if you guys want to check me out, I'll be on tonight on Monday at around 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's twitch.tv/Deacon Raid. But thank you guys so much for stopping by tonight, and
Stay weird, monsters.
You have been listening to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. Tune in